Hey, welcome back everybody to Smok'n Crypto. We are back here today after a bit of a break with a Bitcoin update. We're also going to have a look here today at the DXY and a brief look at the stock markets. Please hit that subscribe button, don't forget to smash that like button and click that bell for notifications so you know when we put out new content and when we go live. Let's get on into it. Hey, welcome everybody to Smok'n Crypto, and thanks for joining us here today. It's been a little while since our last video, mainly because I've been having all sorts of technical issues with my PC, and I've just managed to recover from a blue screen of death just as I began making this video. So it looks like I might have to splash out on some new PC equipment soon. But for the meanwhile, we're up and running. So I thought I'd show you what I'm seeing on the charts. Just a quick look really at Bitcoin today, just to catch up from where we were previously on our last video. We've not really seen a lot happen since this drop we saw on the 18th of August. We've kind of just been trading on Bitcoin in this range between 24.8 and up to say $28,100. But other than this pump and dump that we saw, we've not really done a lot. We're still sitting in the same range that we have been, which is kind of a positive sign, I think, because although we're at the lows, we're holding, and we've actually seen the dollar in this time pump upwards. So it's positive to see that Bitcoin has actually managed to hold this range and not drop any further. If you remember before where we were with the DXY, the dollar currency index, we were trapped in this sort of area around here, trying to break out through this pink resistance line. And it's actually succeeded in doing that. So this would usually cause a decline in other assets. It has caused the S&P to take a bit of a dive, and as you can see, the Dow Jones is also falling. So the stock market is reacting to this climb in the dollar. However, Bitcoin, yeah, we've had a bit of a fall the last few days, but at the end of the day, we've not really left this range. So I think that's a positive sign that Bitcoin's holding up in this range, despite the dollar pumping. So going back to the dollar quickly, we are at a sort of critical moment now. The DXY is sitting around the 106.2 mark, and this is a key level. If we can break through this level and push on up, we might see the dollar keep running for a while, and this is going to be bad for risk on assets. That's going to probably cause the stock markets to keep on falling, and eventually that may well cause Bitcoin and other cryptos to take a tumble with it. But for now, we're holding up well, we're sitting in this range, and Bitcoin's just taking a move down towards the point of control of this range. So yeah, we just need to keep an eye on it and see what's happening now. In terms of the more macro picture, I think I'll put a video together soon with some more in-depth analysis of how I'm seeing the bigger picture on Bitcoin. Can we expect a bull run to come in the next year or so due to the halving and the so-called 4-year cycle, which I'm not a firm believer in, but most people on YouTube that are putting content out are going to refer to this 4-year cycle. It's not actually 4 years, and I won't go into that now, people. I will do another video on that, and we'll talk about all this at some other time. But what I am actually seeing here, since this high that we've set on the 7th of September, we've come down and set this low down here on the 11th, and then we've managed to make a higher high. So now in theory, we're really looking for a higher low. So where can we expect this to come in? Well, I'm expecting probably the most likely scenario is to see Bitcoin push down towards this value area low of the range and come and retest this once more, because we are still trading in just a ranging context. And since being at the high, we've come down to the point of control, got a little bounce, but we've come back down to it again. And if this breaks through, we're going to come down and push to the bottom of the range. So if that does happen, which I think is quite probable, let's just draw a Fibonacci retracement here from the low to the high. Where would we be looking for this next higher low to come in? We can see we've got some nice confluence here. The yellow line is the value area low of the range. Now we're expecting to move down to test that. Now you can see that's almost in perfect confluence with this orange line, which is the 702 retracement level, which sits halfway between the start of the golden pocket and the 786. So we are really looking at a zone for a retrace somewhere in this region, in this purple box. So your price range there, 25,350-ish to 25,900 roughly. However, we've got these tails here just at these lows that we've previously set on Bitcoin, and I wouldn't be surprised to see us just push down perhaps slightly below those, just to wick out any stops that might be there, and then recover back within this box. And if we're seeing the RSI on the lower time frames setting higher lows as we come down and set those lower lows on the price, then we've got a setup there for a long entry on Bitcoin. And I would be looking, hopefully, if we come down that far, to enter this trade approximately around 25,450 to 25,500, and putting stops towards the very bottom of this range, and hopefully we can get a bounce and move on up out of here towards the very top of the range. So that's it for the short term. I think the main thing really is to just focus on Bitcoin for now, and keep an eye on that DXY, of course. Concerning signs there on the stock market, if these keep crumbling, then we could be looking at setting some lower lows in the crypto market, but that would be devastating for the consequences of the stock market crashing down. Would probably eradicate any hopes of a run to new all-time highs in the crypto market. It's going to create a complex situation. So I'll do a more macro term update on Bitcoin in the near future and give you my perspective on what we can perhaps expect in the longer term in the more macro view. But for now, we're stuck in this range. We have set a low, a high, a high, a low, a higher high, looking for that higher low somewhere in this purple box. And if we can get a bounce from here, then we will be looking for a higher high, pushing on up towards the 28,000 levels. So $28,000, that is, would be roughly my first target if we can do that. If we can push on right up out of this range, we might be able to get ourselves back up towards these highs that we saw previously at the beginning of August and back in July, and then we could be on for some moves on upwards. But for now, it's all about this range, and we're just bouncing around inside it. So let's look for that higher low. Let's look for that bounce on up to the top of the range, and then we can reassess and see where we go from there. Anyway, just going to keep it brief there today, people. I hope you enjoyed the update. I've not gone away. Again, just some technical issues, and hopefully I can get on top of those soon and get back to getting these videos out to you on a daily basis. But keep an eye out for our next video. We're going to do some more educational content for you, and also this macro picture of what we can expect and if we can see a bull run coming sometime in the next year or two. But until then, take care. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for joining us on the channel here today. I hope you enjoyed the content. I do apologize for the poor audio quality. As I said, we have been having some technical difficulties issues, and we will be hoping to get those fixed very soon, coming back at you again with daily videos once we get that sorted. But we hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please smash up the likes, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you know when we put out new content and when we go live. Peace.